guys, happy Wednesday. I am sitting down this morning with you guys with my coffee. It is 10 a.m. in the morning. I would usually take a shower, get myself, all ready, straighten my hair, put makeup on, but with how I've been feeling lately and because we are going to do a mental health check-in, I want to come at you guys just the way I am. So, this is, unshowered, messy bun hair. I am still in my PJs. I am in my favorite sweater from Vegas. This is the one I got from the Mirage. I've been wearing it nonstop since we got back. But I just thought this would represent more how I'm feeling lately. And that really is, I've been struggling mentally, and by now, if you haven't seen it, I posted about us having a miscarriage at 5 weeks. And when I did my getting back to normal after vacation video, I had told you guys at that moment that I wasn't going to discuss it yet because I wasn't ready, but I had like a rough week after we got back of depression, and that was because of us miscarrying. So I'm not going to go into too much depth. If you're looking for that side of it, I recommend going and watching that video. But we found out we were pregnant before we went to Vegas. We lost the baby a couple days, like 3 days before we left for vacation. Still went on vacation, had a great time. I think it was an amazing distraction. And then when we came home, I had to kind of face reality, and it was really hard. So of course we are a month out from, losing our first child. And I think anybody who's had a miscarriage, pregnancy loss, any of that, who has gone through it, knows that physically you get better. Your body kind of gets back to normal. You have a period, you go through everything, but mentally and emotionally it takes a toll on you. And even with being a month out, I still have very upsetting moments, down moments where I'm very depressed and I cry. I just have realized that I have issues getting up in the morning still. I oversleep and I just feel like crap. I'm trying to get myself back into exercising and eating healthy, and some days I just can't get myself to do it. Some days I'm forcing myself to do it, and I'm like glad I do because I feel better afterwards, but it's all just been very, I don't know, it's just been a lot. And I think that because of just being at home, like I have almost been out of work for a year, and I'm kind of looking for a part-time job, just kind of keep myself busy and maybe to keep my mind busy. And I struggled with, getting back into my podcast. I kind of feel like crappy about the fact that I kind of just abandoned it. I, stopped doing episodes because we were focusing so much on the wedding last year, and then I slowly tried to get into it, and then I just couldn't get myself to do it. And then I think just of all the stuff that has been happening, with trying to get pregnant and struggling and seeing doctors and then getting pregnant and then losing our first child, it's just been a lot, and I can't seem to get myself into doing it again. And that's kind of like how I felt with vlogging, is I felt just like disconnected from it. And, I finally got myself into like vlogging again and doing it and feeling good. But then on my really bad days, I just I question it, and I get is it worth it? And, is this really what I want to do? And my loving husband, Ken, he, encouraged me. He's like, keep going, because you love it so much and it brings you so much joy, and you shouldn't stop doing something like that makes you so happy. And he's right, because it does. It makes me happy to record videos. It makes me happy to put things together, to edit them, to create the thumbnails. Like, all of that I absolutely do love. I just think I get into my own head about things. And, you know, when I think about it, like last year I got my, 100 subscribers, and this year I'm already like at 200. So I am, slowly growing over time. And I know that when you're on platforms like this, it takes time to grow. And it takes time for people to find you and follow you and all of that. But I think just with everything that's been going on, I've just been really hard on myself. And like I said, finding, something to do, like a part-time job, just for me, like, also has been a struggle, because I like having the free time to do whatever I want and record things for you guys and put content together and all that. But I think it's just been hard. And, having that freedom and then, feeling the way I do again, it's just rough. And I think that I don't want a full-time job. I'd like to have like a part-time job again, something that I can do for maybe like a couple days a week or a couple hours a day would be nice. Again, I think just to be able to get out of the house and do things. I think I have been struggling with, just being at home all the time. And me and Ken do go out and we do things, but it's not like every single day, and it's like every so often. And I think that's also just putting a toll on me. And I think anybody who, does YouTube or, is at home all the time, that works from home, you know what it's like to just like feel like you want to get out and do something. And I kind of just have that overall feeling. I just, again, think with everything that's going on, I'm very in my own head about a lot of things. And I've just truly, been unhappy. And I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel better and I want to feel happy. But I think I just have to find that thing that's going to make me feel good and happy again. And again, I think a big part of this, again, is going through what I went through and experiencing it and realizing that, how common it is and how I wish like more people were educated and had like acknowledgement of it. And, you never think you're going to be the one that goes through it, and then you go through it and you're like, dang. And I think a big part of that is just the feeling around that. And just the heartache and the grief that I'm feeling still to this day around all of that. So I, again, am not giving up on YouTube. I love it. I love being creative. I think I do want to try to start doing, short form content. I would absolutely like to know too, do people like long videos like this, or do they like the, short form stuff? I'm just trying to figure out really like where I want to go. I'm not going to stop doing this because, again, I love it. And it brings me so much joy and happiness to be creative, because I've always said I feel like I'm a very creative person, and when I found this outlet, it has just like opened so much up for me and has made me so happy. But I think just with everything that's going on recently and mentally where I'm at in my own head, I think I just need to still do this, but then find that next thing that's going to help make me happy. And I think too, being able to, again, maybe find something that's part-time to get out of the house, to just kind of get myself out there again, I think is going to feel great. I think just having mixed feelings too about wanting to be a mom and wanting to start a family, but just like all the feelings I have about like, us trying, and if I get pregnant again, and just like everything that I think anybody who's been through this will go through, of just all the swirling thoughts and the unknowns and just the unsureness of the future and everything that's coming. But I also know that, like, I am, again, once we do have kids, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. So finding this job right now is just kind of to bring a little bit of extra money in, or again, just to kind of get myself out of the house and out of my own head, and to be distracted by something that, you know, I'm not just sitting around the house all the time in my own head thinking about everything that's going on in my life. I feel like this video is all over the place. I'm kind of spitting out how I feel. And I think it's important for us to be really connected with ourselves and to take care of ourselves physically and mentally. And I think that physically I'm trying to take care of myself more than I am mentally. And I, again, have strived to get my mental health in check and control my anxiety and my depression. I think just with everything that's going on, I've let myself down and let it go and just kind of pushed it to the side, and I shouldn't do that. And I think a big part of that, again, is feeling like I've failed myself, you know, with my podcast, and failed myself. And I know people are going to say, you know, it's not your fault, there was nothing you could do, but I failed myself as becoming a parent. And I think that that's hard. So I just think I have to figure out where to go from here. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is a subscriber. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for everybody and anybody who is here, who is watching my videos, who is coming along with me on this journey. Because I think even asking any other YouTubers too, it's not easy doing this. It's not easy putting yourself out there and not knowing how people are going to react. Again, I still, with the 3 years I've been on YouTube, have never had anybody negatively say anything to me, or, you know, put me down or any of that. But I know that other people, other creators have dealt with that. And I feel blessed and thankful that I haven't gone through that yet. But, you know, I know that the more I grow, it puts me out there for those comments. And I like to just share how I feel. And I like to be open and upfront, because I feel like when you do that, it allows you to connect with other people who also are feeling stuck, or feeling in their own heads, or feeling the way, you know, I've been feeling. So mentally, I am not in a good place. And I think that anybody else, again, who has been through what me and Ken have been through, know that the healing takes time, and it's, you know, gets easier over time, and you don't, you know, get emotional or cry as much over time. But I think for me, it's just the anxiety and just everything for the future, because it's all just an unknown. And I know that I'm going to get through it. I have to take it one day at a time. And I think that I just realized that I need to focus on my mental health more. I need to maybe start journaling again, or writing down, you know, my feelings, and doing all the things that I used to do to make myself feel better, and acknowledge that I am struggling, and kind of move forward from that. And, you know, just figure it out as I go, because I think that's the best thing I can do for myself right now. And if you're somebody who's struggling too, I think, you know, seek the help you need to seek, and figure out what you need to do for yourself. And again, for me, like I said, I think just finding maybe a part-time job where I can get myself out of the house and be distracted for a couple hours or a few days a week, I think would help out a lot for me, just to not be in my own head with everything that's going on. Yeah, and that's it. Again, like I said, I think this video is all over the place, but I just kind of wanted to get my feelings out and share it with you guys, and just be open and honest about where I am and how I'm feeling, and how I think there's sometimes I doubt myself about my channel, and I doubt myself about what I'm doing. But again, with, you know, Ken reminding me that I really enjoy this process, and he's seen, you know, how much joy and happiness this brings me to create videos and put things together, and he encourages me to keep going, because he knows, like, this is one of my biggest passions. And, you know, I think you're always going to have moments of doubt and moments of worry, but you just keep going. You keep doing the things that make you happy. And, you know, I think we all are going to have those moments of doubt of, is this really what I want to do, or is this really working? And I think that's okay. And I think that's a part of life. And I think for me, again, with just everything that's going on, I've been doubting myself a lot lately. And it hurts and it sucks. And I just need, again, to do what I need to do for myself to keep moving forward, and to overall just have the best relationship I can have with my mental health as I can. Because I am big with, you know, my mental health and figuring it out. So I think just with everything, again, that's happened, it's, you know, been hard, but I think that I just need to work on it and get myself moving again. So it's been a long chat. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to go take a shower and take care of myself. So thanks for letting me sit down and chat with you guys today. And if you're struggling with your mental health, I see you. I'm here for you if you need to reach out. You know, you can always follow me on Instagram and reach out to me. I am here to talk to you guys if you need to talk, because I know that dealing with your mental health sometimes can be lonely, and sometimes you just need someone to talk to about what's going on, that understands, that won't judge you. And I can be that person for you if you need me to be. So I'm going to go. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following, subscribing, coming along on my journey, and we will see what the future has to hold, and I will keep you guys updated along the way. So I will talk to you guys real soon in the next video. Bye guys.